There's important work to be done. And only some able to do it. Can you make the cut?
Walmart Savings Catcher saves on my holiday groceries.
You just scan your Walmart receipt, and if there's a lower advertised price at a top store in your area, Walmart will give you the difference on an e-gift card. Are these all for Santa?
Yeah. Wasn't sure what kind he likes.
Join the millions who are saving with Walmart Savings Catcher.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. That they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
The heart-shaped Petra Island stands in the center of Lake Mayapack in upstate New York. It's dominated by 200-year-old beechnut trees and a 5,000-square-foot home designed by world-famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright. 60 years ago, Wright budgeted this home at $50,000. Today, both it and the island are worth a rock-solid $19.9 million. This 24-acre island in northwestern Montana is surrounded by the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi. Shelter Island has 8,000 feet of lakeshore and rises above Flathead Lake, one of the premier vacation spots in Montana and gateway to Glacier National Park. This forested island is cut off from the rest of the world, and that's exactly what first attracted Don Abbey, who grew up on an island out east.
I always loved living on an island, and I loved the fact that nobody can knock on your door. I've always liked the solidarity of it. This island is probably one of the prettiest views in the world. You walk around the island and, you scare up deer and Canadian geese and bald eagles and eaglets, and it's really kind of a little different than Los Angeles.
Don's mission to buy Shelter Island started from the moment he laid eyes on Flathead Lake. At first, he just wanted to buy some lakeshore and spent a full year looking for property.
One day I got so frustrated that I couldn't find anything. I decided to rent a boat and drive the shoreline of the lake, and if I saw a house, I was going to knock on the guy's door and try to buy it.
He didn't find a house, but he did spot Shelter Island and a for sale sign.
And I got her telephone number. I called her up, and I had the island 2 weeks later.
Don spent the next 10 years of his life creating a 24,000-square-foot solid stone private retreat that would stand the test of time. Guess you could say he nailed it. This epic fortress is so resilient, a tornado once took a direct hit and bounced right off.
This is a 500-year house. It's easily going to last as long as any castle in Europe, and probably much longer.
Don insisted on soaring 6-story tall ceilings, but from the get-go, he had one overriding objective in mind: accentuate the island and the lake in every room, which means most rooms have easy access to the outdoors. Building this epic island home took every ounce of fortitude this successful commercial real estate mogul had in him. The first major obstacle? 2 miles of water to the nearest shore. Every material, every tool had to be hauled in by barge.
We'd have up to 100 people in the construction process per day, so we ended up getting a small flotilla of barges and boats that we carried everything from cement trucks to bags of plaster.
Don bought up 8 acres on the main lake shore to build storage sheds and docks big enough to load up material. Everything was carted over by boat, including 200 tons of stone that would fortify this mega mansion. Don was just as determined to create a vintage look inside. The entryway opens on a massive great room with rows of huge windows to let in the natural light, and a soaring 60-foot ceiling with a catwalk all the way around. Don packed the place with fireplaces. There's one in the enormous kitchen and in his office. There are so many fireplaces that asking him for a count is pointless.
Gee, I don't know. There's technically one in every major room.
Don wanted mahogany paneled walls, sculpted mahogany ceilings, and custom cut doors.
All the doors are made of mahogany and are up to 4 inches thick. And I always liked thick doors because I kind of thought a castle-like door.
But that's something we've seen from the Russian throughout the week. On break points, that ability to hit the first serve and ability to put it on the line as well. Beautiful response.
$1,000. Don's first floor master bedroom suite features a high domed ceiling, something he insisted on for each of the 5 bedrooms, an enormous porch with more spectacular lake views. A house with all this marble, wood, and stone requires a strong frame, and Don again insisted on only the best.
This house is an all-steel endoskeleton that has up to 24-inch steel beams running through it. So you could build the Empire State Building with the steel that we put in this thing.
Don wanted an island retreat that looked old, but he didn't want to be stuck in the past.
I wanted to have a house that was probably on its own, but had all the modern conveniences of living in any major city. So finding a way to put an undersea cable in the lake.
That's right. The entire island is hardwired 2 miles underwater to the mainland with fiber optic and high-power electric lines. It took Don 2 long years just to get the permits. Getting people on and off the island can be a major pain, too. Don didn't want to bother with tying up a boat, so he had a one-of-a-kind rail and